You're fired.
Davis.
Dude, Michael Davis. I had to, I'm going to sync the clap with the audio, so, yeah. But yeah, no, white people. Dude, the South, I did summer sales in Mississippi, and that was the worst. I got the cops called on me 5 times
Yeah,
in the first week.
This guy.
it depends on where you
His
go.
hair looks too red.
Yeah.
What's up with this guy?
First of all, you do always dress like your mom dressed you every time I see you, so maybe it has something to do with it. This guy's gonna murder us.
Dude, I was wearing khaki shorts and a polo with a lanyard.
Yeah,
I was selling home security.
Yeah, you're the BTK killer.
Dude, and then like the cops
What
like
home security are you selling? They all have guns.
Yeah, we don't need home
Why
security.
do they need home security?
well, they put me in Mississippi until I got my license for Louisiana, and then when I got my license for Louisiana, they sent me to New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But dude, I got the cops called on me whenever I was in a black neighborhood. Like black people called the cops on me, and were like, "There's just a suspicious white man walking down the street."
Get this white guy out of before he takes me
And
over
then,
our
now
rights.
you know what it feels like.
Yeah, dude, it was sick. And then the cops like threw me against the car and like frisked
Was
me.
it a white cop?
It was a white cop. It was a white cop. He had a black partner who just watched.
Oh, you think that's how they got off? Like they were lovers, and that's it's like, oh, we're coming down to this
And then-
black neighborhood and pick on white guys.
Dude, and then the cop eventually was just like, "You're not going to sell anything in this neighborhood because this is the black neighborhood." And he's like, "We do things different here than in
They
Washington."
don't need security.
And he's like,
They're the thieves.
"You got it." He's like, "You go."
I was waiting. I saw it in your eyes. I saw your eyes light up. I was like, he's gonna say it. I knew it
It's
was
the
coming.
cop saying it, not me.
Yeah.
It's the racist.
Dude, what was
white
crazy though,
cop.
we were cleaning up in that neighborhood. We sold so many that day. Like the white neighborhoods we were having a hard time selling.
Yeah, it's like we already have security address this.
Yeah, dude. You pull up to a guy's house and you see the sign on his door. It'd say like, "This home is protected by Smith and Wesson," and I'd be like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah,
What was the cop called like?
there's a white guy in our neighborhood. It's freaking us out. That's what it was.
This black chick, I knocked on her door, right? And then I like did my sales pitch, and she just didn't say anything. She just stared at me, and I was like, "All right, well, see ya." And I just left her property. She followed me for like 10 blocks.
Oh, do you think maybe it's because you didn't say a fucking word? You just stared at her. and
No,
walked
I
away?
did my sales pitch. I tried to talk to her, and she wouldn't talk to me, and she just stared at me. And then I was like, "Okay, well, bye." And then I left. She followed me for 10 blocks. The cops pulled me over. I'm walking, but the cops pull me over, and they're like, "Why have you been running from this lady for the last 10 blocks? Like, why are you avoiding her?" And I was like, "I had no idea she was stalking me until now."
You should have been like, I've never ran in my life, sir.
Dude, I was super skinny when I did summer sales.
What time of the day was it?
Like 5 p.m.
Alright.
in the summer. It was light out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't night. Once it got dark, I stopped knocking doors.
Sure.
If you knocked on my door, I would be suspicious.
Yeah.
Even if
No,
even if I invited you over, I'd be nervous.
I got the cops called on me so much in my first month in Mississippi that my boss like had a meeting with me. He's like, "Are you like threatening people at the door like if they're not buying?"
You need security. Trust me.
Doing like some Italian mobster thing. Like it would be a shame if
It'd be a shame
Also,
somebody did
like,
this.
You need charisma. I feel like
I don't
you'd be
have
a
it.
horrible salesman.
Yeah, listen to the charismatic king over here. You need charisma. Drew.
That's why I stick to my. I work in a basement. That's why I write code. I'm like,
No,
alright. I can't do customer service.
No, your people's born for it.
We're not born for it.
Dude, we were Karan and I were on that
We just
stand.
trained ourselves for it.
We did that stand up on the spot show last week, and someone yelled summer sales. So I like talked about summer sales. I talked about how I wasn't good at it because I said this like I said I'm not oozing with charisma if you can't tell, and that got way too hard of a laugh. Like for
Yeah, it's when you say a line and it like hurts you. It's just it killed, but it's also killing me.
You weren't even trying to make a joke. You just
He was
He's still trying to work through the idea. They're like, wait, that's how I gotta laugh.
Yeah, he was sharing a sad moment in his life.
Yeah, so the South sucks. Dude, a lady like stuck her dog on me. I like
Yeah,
walked
you got
through.
a creepy energy, Drew. I'm strapped right now. I'm nervous. Why do you think Karan didn't want to come alone?
I just came with you because I didn't want it to like. I think a combined energy. That's like even Stephen Wright has more energy than us combined. So
I don't know who Stephen Wright is.
I don't know who Stephen Wright is.
No, who is Stephen Wright?
He's like one of the
Alright.
first like alt comics, basically.
Oh, dude, I don't follow.
Are you serious?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
I'm learning like new comedians every day.
Who's the oldest you've seen?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like oldest.
Old, like,
in
old
terms
stand-up.
era of stand up you've seen.
Oh, he's probably big Bill Cosby
Bill
guy.
Cosby.
Bill Cosby,
Bill
yeah,
Cosby,
Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, I told you guys, Cosby's the first comedian I ever saw live.
Live. Yeah,
Yeah.
that checks out. Checks out.
Yeah, dude, it was like 2012, so it was just like
When
2
did the news
years.
come out though?
Like 2 years after that show.
Because there were rumors even when he was like even.
Well,
the
you know why he
2000s.
got out of jail, right?
No.
Because he was at a deposition and he admitted to all those crimes. But one of the stipulations for the deposition is that if he admitted to it, he could never be tried for it again. That's why it was ruled a mistrial and he walked scot free.
What?
Yeah.
Rich people.
I didn't know that.
Rich people can do
Yeah,
anything.
rich people.
See, that is
Dude,
the
that's
problem
sick.
with America. It's not a race thing. It's
Nah, it's the American dream. Get rich enough
Yeah,
where
dude,
your
that's
drunk
it.
son can get a person.
I think even poor people like us are like, that's sick. Like, we're just aspiring to be at that level where we can do whatever
you
we
can be
want.
rich enough where you can break laws without consequences.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think is the American dream? Have a
I feel like
family,
I'm rich
make a
enough.
decent income.
I feel like I'm rich enough I can get out of like a jaywalking ticket. That's as much as I am right now.
Yeah.
That's as far. That's my. Like, that's how we should value everyone's
Dude.
net worth. Is like, what's the worst
What's the
crime
worst
that they can commit without facing consequences?
I can't merge without my turn signal. I go to prison. That's my level. That's my level of richness.
Yeah, I don't know what mine's at. It's
Oh, you live in a one-star
Yours is-
apartment building. So.
I think you already found out. You can't knock on doors.
Yeah.
I can't knock on doors.
That's too far.
Yeah, you're not allowed to talk to strangers. They can
Even if you're selling them home security.
Dude, it was
Even
rough.
if you're selling them the thing that will protect them from actual thieves, you can't
Hey,
do that.
do you not want me to get in your house? Buy this.
What if he like she has a gun on? Buy security. Buy this camera now, or I'll shoot your fucking brains off.
Yeah, I don't make that much. I mean, I don't make anything. I'm unemployed.
I thought you
But,
got a job.
yeah,
You just got a job.
it was a temp job, and they just canceled the contract.
Is it 'cause you
Your
spoke-
podcast worked. We no more. Sorry,
Alright,
guys.
last episode,
which-
final episode, we're done.
My boss did tell me he listened to the podcast, so
Mission
I don't know.
Hey, Drew's old boss. Good decision.
But like, it was a temp
Good
job,
instincts,
anyways.
Great instincts.
Yeah,
So
that's
they,
a real boss.
They hooked me up with another temp job that starts in like a week or two. So yeah,
Deliver parts for a dealership.
things are. I could.
So how does
It's
a
so
temp,
easy.
How much does that pay?
How does a temp agency work? Do you get paid even when you're not working a job?
No,
No.
no, you get no time. So what it is, it's like a 6 month to hire plan. So like it's like almost a tryout for 6 months, see how well you do, and then they bring you on. Apparently, the place that just like terminated my contract, it was like also other people because like they couldn't afford all the contracts they brought on at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
But you literally shat on a guy on the first day.
yeah.
Of course they were gonna fire you.
Yeah,
You're like, what were you spoke to him about serial killers or something.
Yeah, no, I was making domestic violence jokes. And
Yeah,
then,
of course they fucking fired you.
That's why he
And
never, no charisma.
Yeah, and one of them was like, dude, I was sleeping on the couch with my wife, was mad or something. I was like, dude, when my wife gets mad, she sleeps on the couch. And they were...
Maybe
maybe that's on him.
They weren't laughing, but like it sounded like they were the problem.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That plays in Utah. Yeah, that definitely plays in Utah. It was the guy you were shitting on was the guy that would hire you. That's what the guy that ran all the contracts. Like, fuck these Tims out.
But yeah, no, I got a new gig set up to possibly, and it's not official yet, but doing help desk for Maverick. So I'd be working at the Maverick building in Salt Lake and doing all their technical issues when they have, I don't know.
Well, looking at how you set up the podcast, that's not going to work out. Amanda, help me, please.
We started this podcast 30 minutes late.
Dude, it wasn't my fault.
What are you talking about?
It wasn't my fault.
That's what he says at the Maverick captain.
It
wasn't my fault.
I don't know, dude.
I was like, dude, this is...
I don't work there. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not my fault.
We looked at the recording. You clicked something. What did you click? I don't know. Amanda, help me. Help me, please.
She's still at a concert doing schoolwork.
Yeah, she's under her breath like, okay, go into settings.
That would be sick. If I could. Dude, if you could just phone
have
a
your
friend.
wife do your job.
If you get stumped at work, you can just phone a friend, like, wants to be a millionaire.
I think that's what Google is for, right?
Yeah.
You can YouTube anything.
Yeah. I'll use my lifeline.
Unless the company blocked YouTube on their IP, on their
Watch
firewall.
Dude, listen.
Dude, if a company blocks YouTube, that's a place you don't want to work.
Oh, they did that when I worked in India.
Really?
The job, they're like...
They
blocked anything.
Well, that's why you work here now.
That's they didn't want
that was the last try.
You're
like, fuck this. I'm going to America.
You're gonna take Joe Rogan's podcast away from me. Fuck that. I'm getting a new job.
Yeah, they just didn't want you to learn about the world. It's like, we gotta get rid of union is the first thing they blocked. Union, get rid of that. Pay raise, ixed.
They just want to be super bored at work, so you can just like do the actual job. Which is the most counterproductive thing ever.
Yeah,
is it?
It is, because I'd like, fuck this job, I don't care. Like,
yeah.
I'm bored, I can't listen to music, I can't do it, and I don't even listen to music when I'm working. I'm like, I hate this job already.
Yeah, you just want to be able to listen to music.
Yeah.
Like, you just want the option.
I want to be able
the fact that
he wants freedom, that's why he's in America.
That's what we're talking about, freedom. I just want the option to do something. Like, I don't smoke weed, but I want the option to smoke weed.
Yeah.
I can feel free.
Yeah.
Like, at least I have the choice if I want to.
Yeah, the only office job I had was like a virtual security place. It's called Blue Eye Defense. Fuck those guys.
What you talking? They give you free parking.
Dude,
like,
listen,
you don't have to walk. You have to walk like a block.
It was I didn't have to walk a block. I had to go up an elevator to my job. But it was the
no,
worst.
To the
what?
mics.
Yes, I still have a pass. It still might work. But it was just, they were so strict. Like, you can only watch YouTube from this time to this time. These are the busy times. And they made me a lead. And like a month within working there, and everyone else was gone. I literally told her, but listen, as long as you do your job, do whatever you want. And we had the most successful shift. Because, like, do whatever you want. I was running anarchy, dude.
Dude,
that was the lowest.
No, it was the most crime. I saw a car get stolen.
What's the craziest thing you've seen?
I saw a car. Well, a couple of things. I saw a car get stolen from a dealership.
Uh-huh.
It was a Dodge Durango in Nashville.
How did you break in?
He just walked onto the car lot and they drove the Durango through. They blasted through
Did
a gate.
you hotwire it?
I had to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see that. All I saw was a car like running through the gate.
You probably
Hotwire,
stopped like a gun in 60 seconds.
Maybe.
That's a lost art. Hot wiring.
I think you can get a computer program now though.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of it. Like,
now it's even more dead. Like,
yeah.
Now it's just like fucking connect your Wi-Fi and then steal your. They can steal your Tesla if they just connect your.
Have you
router.
seen the
Really?
kids stealing
Yeah,
Kias?
they can unlock. It's like super easy.
Oh, dude.
to like break into.
I thought I wanted a Tesla, but now I don't.
Kill
I don't
the
want a
environment.
Tesla.
No,
Well, that's why I'm not pro environment.
Yeah, that's
so
that's
why-
what's,
I mean
that's what's stopping you
those
from buying a
dude,
Tesla.
those lithium
The guy that works at
batteries.
temp job. That's it's the security. Oh yeah.
I can't buy a Tesla.
Oh
no.
my god.
No, but have you seen the kids still in Kias?
No, dude,
Dude.
I drive a Kia. Am I in trouble?
They're the easiest car to break into. There's these kids.
Don't
in
tell me
Minnes-
that. Don't tell me that.
Look up Minnesota Kia kids.
Like new Kias, or what about?
Like something. I don't know. I think the new.
I drive a
maybe new
2019. Am I fucked?
Kids. Maybe look into it. But there's just all these videos of cops pulling up Kias, and it's like 12-year-olds just scatter from the Kia because they stole it. It's called like the Kia game. I don't know what it's called. It's got a name for it.
There's no way that's real.
Yeah.
I was picturing 12-year-olds fucking jumping out of the
Dude,
car.
it's wild.
They're running away
It's
like,
like-
rats when you turn.
Yeah, it's like rats.
No,
They
it's
travel
really
away.
like when we walk into Drew's place and we turn the lights and the cockroaches scatter.
Yeah.
Dude,
He doesn't
rats.
have cockroaches.
I hate rats. Dude, when I lived in Guatemala, there was this house I lived in that was rat infested, and so we'd come home, we'd turn on the lights, and they would like scatter. But like, thing I didn't know about rats, they can climb the walls like
Yeah.
spiders.
You just talk about gang members that snitch.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah.
hate rats.
Also,
dude.
in Memphis, he didn't make a lot of sales, but he did get gang affiliated.
Snitches get stitches, dude.
Dude, rats. And then at night, I would like sleep, and they'd like walk across like the rafters, and they would like poop on my bed. I'd wake up covered in rat shit.
That's
And then
terrible.
I'd come home at the end of the day, and I'd have to clean rat shit off my bed.
Oh, they didn't poop on you on the bed.
They'd poop on the bed, and then I have to clean it off.
Maybe
and
they
then
pooped in your mouth
I
while
would
you
go
were
to
snoring.
Dude, probably.
Could you got like a net for bugs to stop that?
I didn't have one there, but like different places in Guatemala I lived, I would have like mosquito nets.
I'm surprised you don't have like a mosquito net because most third world
Yeah.
countries.
I had mosquito nets at most places I lived.
Ah.
Yeah, but in this place we didn't, and so like every day we'd come home and we'd like open our door and know there'd be like 20 rats trying to run out of the house, and so we'd grab the brooms as quickly as we could and try to beat the shit out of as many rats as we
Hey,
could.
it's Guatemala. Just get a gun.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, guns are. I don't know.
you're just whacking the rats.
Yeah.
The only people I saw carry guns in Guatemala was military or cartel.
Yeah. Just go to a cartel. Hey, can I get a
So
gun,
the
please?
one of the two groups that you belong to.
Yeah, it's all Guatemala. It's the same. It's the same group. It's the same group.
Yeah, dude, I hate
Did you
rats.
ever try to convert a cartel member?
No, but we one time we taught a cartel member's wife. The cartel member was in prison,
Yeah.
but here's the catch: he had cameras in his cell, and he could watch his house from prison. And so, like, his wife told us if he wanted us dead, we would be dead.
Oh, dang.
Dude, and she was
You just fuck her
the
up
only...
ass. If he wanted you dead,
Yeah.
you'd be dead. She wants
She,
just a
she,
cuck.
she popped their dicks out of their mouth. Hey, if he wanted you, you'd be dead.
He's
Dude,
just jerking, he's
she was-
jerking off from the cell.
She was the
Like, yeah,
stereotype.
Fuck her hard.
Dude, I'm not gonna, like, shit too
In the
hard,
mud.
but
You better last more than 10 minutes or you're dead.
Guatemalans are pretty ugly. Like, overall, like, they're pretty ugly. She was the only hot Guatemalan, like, I met my whole time there. And, like, she was, like, the stereotypical, like, cartel wife. Like, just super hot.
She had the weird sideburns.
Sideburns?
Yeah, the Latinas, they get those sideburns.
No,
I don't
she
think it's called a sideburn. It's called, there's a
was white.
technical term.
She was
for it.
white.
Oh.
Yeah. She was white.
Oh, she wasn't even
Oh,
like...
so that's why she was hot too. Alright, okay. Now we're drilling into it.
I mean, there's white
She
people.
was the only clean
And I got you
there.
like had to clarify.
I mean, there's
she was what?
Dude, there's black people in Guatemala. There's white people.
But you only
Yeah.
fucked the white one. Because the black one's called the cops.
Yeah.
So, have either one of you guys been fired from a job before?
Yes. I didn't. I was like sick for like 2 weeks for like a stomach issue, and like if I did any, like I would like if I peed too hard, I'd nearly pass out. And I was like making bows.
Was it like a kidney stone?
No, no. I went to the ER and I got a CAT scan. It's like, oh yeah, it's just an infection. It'll clear up in like 2 weeks.
Imagine your arteries are so blocked that peeing.
Dude, my arteries are so good. What are you talking about? You're
Even
always
cold.
Dude, my arteries are strong.
I've heard shitting killing you, but peeing, you'd be the first pee-related heart attack.
Dude, it's
there.
just like it's like Elvis, but yeah, he dies at the urinal instead of on the
pelvis. That sucked.
No, my arteries, dude, you're the one that's always cold. Your arteries don't exist. Your veins don't go to your hands. You're cold right now, aren't you?
You keep the house at 65, dude. 65 is too cold.
No, dude, I run hot.
65 is free.
Dude,
who
so
fucking lives in 65?
I got blood pumping, dude. That's how good my arteries are. You wish.
You
think
wish it's the blood, it's the fat, dude. It's the fat keeping you warm.
No, I eat high cholesterol to keep my blood on its toes, you know. It's like boot camp for my cells.
It's crazy, like, out of all three of us, he's the one that had the cardiac arrest.
Which I found out it wasn't that. I had like cartilage between like my rib cage was like inflamed.
Yeah, sure, that's what it was.
Yeah,
that's
what it was. It's not the frozen Chinese dinners I eat.
It wasn't all the eggs you're having.
Yeah, no, dude, that was scary. I thought I was gonna die. I was.
It's not all
which
the
I was,
cold milk you're
dude. I was
cookies in.
Oh, no.
Is that when you started going to church with your wife? When you I
gotta.
All right.
I was like, I gotta fix this. I gotta.
Listen, I gotta have a backup plan, guys.
So wait, what were you saying about your job?
I just got fired.
They just fired you for being sick?
Yeah, I was like sick for like 2 weeks.
That's a long time.
But what did you didn't explain? Like,
hey,
no, I explained.
You weren't faking at all.
No, it was not faking.
100% legit.
I got a CAT scan or it was CAT scan MRI or something, and I showed them, and they're like, all right, you have to get another CAT scan, but CAT scans cost so much money, and I couldn't afford it, so like I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And they fired me.
That's the worst when you're actually sick.
Yeah.
But you can't tell them what the like if it's just like I have a fever. Then you're just lying to us.
Yeah.
Like I had a thing like my first job in India. Like I actually tried to call in sick, and I had like what's it called, shingles?
Oh, dude, you had shingles?
It's like a reactivation of the chicken.
Yeah, dude.
People get that at 60.
Dude.
How old are you?
Wait.
I don't know, dude.
I got shingles when I was 17.
Yeah.
What?
You get it, dude.
God, you guys are so weak.
It's the reactivation of the virus, dude.
And shingles sucks.
It sucks.
I had it on my back.
Exactly, dude.
It felt like
through your body.
It felt like there was an iron on my back, just burning. Like
pussies.
I could not sleep at night. I had to put like an ice pack on my back. It was
exactly.
It was
fucking
rough.
Sucks.
It was some of the worst pain I've ever been in.
I was trying to explain this to my manager. I was like, there's no way he's heard of shingles. Like, that was the first time I'd heard
Yeah, I didn't know what it was till I got it.
It doesn't even sound like a real disease, shingles. So I'm like trying to explain to him, and the doctor told me like the scientific name for the virus, which is herpes zoster. So I told him the name of the virus.
You're trying to call him herpes, dude?
I told him, I didn't even say I have herpes. I was like, I was so sick, I wanted to make it sound as serious as I could. So I was like, I'm sick, I actually have herpes. And he's like, okay.
And he's like, and he was like, there's no way.
I was like, take care. I was like, alright. I was like, oh wow, he's really concerned about me. And then a week later, I go back into work, and like I was so used to like showing like a medical letter and stuff. So I show him the medical letter, and it says herpes zoster on there. And again, I'm pretty sure he thinks I have herpes now. So he looks at me, he's like, be careful.
He was like,
and then it wasn't until I walked out there I realized that like, oh shit, he thinks I have herpes.
First of all,
so I couldn't make eye contact.
What job was that? What were you doing?
It's like my first job. I was coding.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like my first job out of college. So like, shit.
First of all, he didn't believe you because he thought there's no way Karan's getting laid.
No, dude.
No. He's like, there's no way Karan has herpes.
You can get herpes other ways.
You would know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah.
I think it's a no.
I
That's a
heard
myth.
you can get it from toilet seats.
No, that is
I
what
don't think
somebody who
that's not
cheats
true.
on.
That's not
That's
true.
someone who
There's
cheats
no
on
way
their
that's
spouse
true.
tells their
All right.
spouse. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always. That's why I wipe down toilet seats. I'm like, nope. I put like 5 layers on top when I'm using public seats.
Because you're worried about getting herpes.
No, any disease.
I go. I'm an away game player. I go straight to toilet seat. I got an immune system. That's why I'm gonna live. That's why I haven't had a heart attack
dude.
or herpes.
Dude. It hurts when you pee. What are you talking about?
It hurt.
You die every day, dude.
It doesn't hurt anymore, dude.
Dude,
I'll piss right now. I'll do it right now.
I think you had gonorrhea. I think you had gonorrhea.
I have called in the work 'cause I had scabies once. Do you know what scabies is?
No, I have
Is that
no idea.
that
It's
the
full body
skin-
crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that. It was literally because you just itched all over. It felt like
How
I
do
was
you
on
even get that? It's like you don't shower?
a dirty lady. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was when I told you I used to go hunting all the time in Arkansas, and I met this chick, and I was like, she likes duck hunters.
Just hunting for women, dude.
Yeah, sometimes. But yeah, she just gave me scabies, and it was terrible. I was 16, and I went to the doctor, and my mom took me.
Alright, stop bragging.
And the doctor came out and said, yeah, he has scabies. And he was like, oh, he probably got it from like a weird like bedspread or something. She's like, oh yeah, he did just come from a hunting lodge. And he's like, I got a medical book to show you. And then he pulls out the book, and it's just a picture of a dick with like zoomed in, and he's underlined crabs. He just looked at me and was like, thanks for the solid, bro.
Well, it was just like spots in your dick.
It was no, it would be spots from like they would bite you.
Uh-huh.
You'd have like it was just like, you're just itching all over.
Your skin is peeling off. Like
No, your skin's not peeling. You gotta get rid of like all
That's-
your bed sheets. You gotta get wash with special shampoo for like a week.
Dude, that sounds rough.
It's terrible.
Not as bad as shingles, but that sounds rough.
Shingles is.
Oh, shingles
Dude,
suck,
shingles
dude.
suck
I hope
so
you get
bad.
shingles.
Give me shingles right now.
I hope
God.
you get shingles right tonight,
God.
Dude, I hope so
Smite
bad.
me. Smite
Wait,
me,
did
Lord.
you get
Shingles
chicken pox
tonight.
when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can get it.
I'll
The
walk
virus
through-
is in you.
I'll walk through shingles.
Dude,
No
you will
way.
not. No way.
Fucking way, dude.
Dude, shingles
You're gonna die.
is the worst. It felt like there was a hot iron on my back
it
for a
feels
week.
like a shock through your
Yeah.
body. It sucks, dude.
Dude,
Tell
it's so
you,
bad.
You have no
dude,
idea,
it like when elderly people get it, it just kills them.
Yeah.
That's how
Because
painful
they
it
suck.
is.
We need to get rid of the old.
Tell you, dude, it sucks. It's really.
Yeah, but if they get whatever you had, body
Yeah.
crabs, like
Dude, I'm
Dude,
dude.
I'm
I'm
sure Hugh Hefner just skated with body crabs multiple times.
That's how he walked when he got old. With his scabies walking under his feet.
So what's the worst job you guys have ever worked?
I worked at a a dumping station for like a week.
Like a dump?
It wasn't.
He was taking half the dump, so he had to clean up after himself.
No, it's like there's a landfill. Like they take the trash to a
Yeah,
landfill. I was the spot before that where everyone took their trash and they'd haul it to a landfill.
Okay.
I guess you'd call it, I guess the dump. And I literally didn't. I hated it because I did
That sounds awful.
nothing. Like I would work. I got there at 6 a.m. I had something to do till 8 a.m. and then I just did nothing the
Wait,
rest
you
of the day.
actually wanted to clean up shit? Like,
Listen.
You'd rather clean up shit than be bored and
Yes,
fucking be on
I
your
hate.
phone?
I didn't have phone. This was before like smartphones.
Okay.
Read a book.
You couldn't read a book.
What do you mean you couldn't?
You had to
read a book?
pretend you're working.
Yeah, you had to pretend you were working, but but I would help people. Like I would make my own jobs. Like I would help people like unload like their trash. People bring like trailers loads of trash.
Was there someone monitoring you?
No, my supervisor just sat in his office and smoked.
You could have
all the
done
time.
anything.
I could have done anything, but I didn't have my license at the time, so I couldn't technically drive anywhere.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Ride a bike. Oh, you do.
It was also first of all,
my bad.
First of all, it hurts, but it's true. But it was also like 20 miles away from where I lived at. Like I couldn't legally drive their vehicles because it was
Who would drive you to work?
I would drive because I don't give a fuck. But I worked.
I don't get this guy. You don't have a license, so you can't fucking drive. But you drive yourself
because
to
the
work.
employee vehicles that we were supposed to be driving it was a government place. It worked for.
Oh yeah, so you couldn't drive.
I couldn't.
You couldn't drive on the job site.
Yes.
Oh, you just sucks at explaining the story.
Yeah, sorry.
Just a bad storyteller.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get to the exciting parts. But I would help people unload their trash, and people would give me random stuff. I got a nightstick one time.
Oh, dude, that's sweet.
It's pretty sweet.
What's a nightstick?
It was like a cop baton.
Ah.
It like just shoots out.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool.
Dude.
Does it glow in the dark?
No.
Nah.
This is metal and fuck up people.
That would be
I
cool,
did have to. The worst part of it, I had to clean up one of the dumpster trucks. I had the guy. There's a compactor in it, and the guy dumped a dump thing when it was compacted, so it was all in like the cylinder. I had to crawl into the garbage truck and pull out garbage. It was so gross. It was the worst. And it was like claustrophobic and covered in like
anything garbage,
rotten food.
Yeah, rotten food.
When people go into those manholes.
Oh, dude.
No.
That's a job I can never do.
Yeah, anything Mike Rowe did is the worst.
Dude, I worked as a flagger. So that's a job where like sometimes you do like a night shift on like a road site. So like I would do like 9 o'clock at night to like 7 in the morning. It's the person who has like the sign that says stop or slow in the construction zone. Yeah. And like sometimes I do like a night shift. So like I'd be on like a remote highway in North Idaho.
Yeah.
And there's no traffic for a couple of hours. So I'm just sitting there. But like I have to stand the whole time. Like if I get caught sitting, I'm fired.
Yeah.
And I can't have any distractions, but I would listen to podcasts and put it like my phone in my vest pocket.
Yeah.
And then, like, if my boss came, I would, like, hit pause on my Apple Watch so he, like, wouldn't know I was listening to a podcast. But, dude, just doing nothing.
That's almost like cruelty. That's like harassment. That they make you stand.
They want you to stand in a single spot.
You can't even listen to the radio or a podcast.
It's at night in North Idaho. You're on, like, a remote highway. You hear coyotes and shit.
Yeah.
And there's just, like, a spot.
See, I worked after the trash job, I parlayed that into working for the road department, and I would flag a lot.
Dude, flagging sucks.
But I flagged the job because once I got my full license, I got to follow mowers. It was like the tractors that mow the sides of the road, and I got to be in a truck. That's the best.
Dude.
Because you just chill in a truck
driving a truck that's a fun thing because you can just be lost in your thoughts.
Dude, I got to drive the pilot truck once. Like, have you ever followed those through like a construction zone where the truck says "Follow me"?
Yeah.
And you like guide the cars through the construction zone. Dude, I just did a 12-hour shift driving the pilot truck like back and through the work zone, and that was the best.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Also, it was like snowing, so all the other flaggers were outside, and I was in the warm truck. Dude, I felt bad because like the pilot driver like was this like 75-year-old man who's been flagging for like 60 years, and he fucked up and he drove into like the work zone and led all the traffic into it.
And so he shouldn't be behind the wheel, dude.
The next day they had me driving the truck and they threw him out in the snow, and I felt so bad because like every time I'd get to the end of the line and I'd see him holding his like stop paddle, and I'd like.
There was a violin playing beside him. He had a trash fire going.
Like, these fucking millennials stealing all our jobs. You don't even hate immigrants anymore. Fucking millennials.
He was a cool dude.
I don't know. My worst job, probably cashier.
Cashier?
Yeah, like I worked at this cafeteria as cashier. And the worst part was, again, it was the no phone. I couldn't do it.
Oh, yeah.
And it sucked because when you're a cashier, there's literally nothing.
Was it a grocery store?
It was.
Oh, you said cafeteria.
Yeah, it was like a grocery store inside and the cafeteria as well.
Okay.
So it's like 2 cash registers. One was for a grocery store that was inside the cafeteria, and one was for the cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
And the guy would like sit and watch you. Like you couldn't use your phone. I couldn't do like schoolwork or.
That sucks.
Dude.
I was like, I'm just supposed to sit here. So I was like, I went and complained. I was like, hey, give me anything. I'll do anything. Like, do you want to clean tables? I'll fucking clean tables. Give me the tables. And the table cleaning was the best job I had in the cafeteria. Because I could just walk around and clean tables.
Yeah, you're just doing something.
And get
you're
free
doing
food.
something.
I could just grab free food whenever. So every 3 tables I cleaned, I'd take a break and eat pizza. It was the best job. He wouldn't check on the table cleaners. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah, as long as the tables were clean.
Yeah.
Dude, I worked as a cashier at Winco, and that was the worst. Because, like, Winco's always busy, so you never get a break. And so, like, the line, you'll look at the line, and it's, like, going out the back of the store, and you're like,
that somehow sounds even worse than sitting in an empty cash.
Yeah.
Because now you're stressed, and you're doing this thing.
And you're doing...
And then you have to have small talk with everyone. And
I
I have to ask everyone if they found everything okay.
And I realized how much the small talk pissed me off, and I realized how annoying it is to count change. Like, I hate when people pay it with cash.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Now I have to, like, count quarters and pennies and nickels.
I would make fun of people in my head who paid with EBT cards, so that was fun.
No, EBT cards were the best. Back home, I used to buy EBT cards from a guy. Like, it would be like $100 for like $50, and I go buy groceries, and he'd go buy beer. EBT cards are the best. Because I was doubling my money to get groceries.
That does sound like a really good trade.
Yeah, it's the best trade. It's a white trash lottery, dude. It's the best.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes the easiest jobs are the ones that are, like, hardest to do sometimes. Like bagging groceries.
Oh.
It sucked. The first time I was bagging groceries, I put bread down and then I put eggs and milk on top of it.
Oh, damn.
And this chick, she got so mad. She's like, don't do that. And she fucking pulled the bag from me and she's like, I'll do it myself. I was like, alright.
That was the nice thing about Winco. At Winco, they make the customers back their own food.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked the door at a comedy club, and just people, all the small talk. There's like, oh, I should go up on stage tonight. Like, I would kill myself.
Wait, do people say that a lot?
All the time. They'll say something. I was like, hey, can I get your ID? And they're like, no. I should go on stage. I'm like, I want to shoot you in the face right now.
You should be like, come on Wednesday and bomb.
No, I tell
the worst is when they come out after a show and they'll give you like hey, I have a line for you. And it never works.
Never.
It's always the worst line
ever.
Yeah, I did a show one time, and a guy like comes up. He's like, oh, I got a great bit for you. He's like, have you ever used the bathroom after taking a shower? And that was it. He just looked at me like, hey, that was great, right? And I was like, what are you talking about? I hate you.
No, the worst is like when you're working like the most like boring, mundane day job ever, and you accidentally let it slip to one of your coworkers that you do stand up, and then next thing you know, the whole office is like, you can use that for your next comedy sketch.
Or like
they always call it sketch. Like they don't ever like or skit.
Skit's the worst.
Item.
If you say skit,
I've heard the word item.
Comedy item. I've never heard that.
Oh, I've never heard that. And it's like, oh, watch what you say around this guy. He's
whatever
make a joke
old lady, whatever old lady said that, I would steal her walker. Like comedy item. Get out of here.
But that's the worst. Is when you let it slip to people you don't want knowing that you do comedy.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it.
Yeah. That's like, because I've had jobs like moving here where I've tried to get off like at 3:30 so I could do the standby list at Wise Guys. And they're like, why do you have to go? And I'm like, well,
it's like diarrhea.
I have AIDS. I have AIDS.
See,
every day it's a new disease, like diarrhea, kidney stone.
Stomach infection, I can't pee anymore.
Shingles.
Shingles.
My back hurts so much.
See, I tell my, like, when I got this job I have now, I was like, listen, Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm out of here quick because I gotta go do this. And he's like, well, and like, I just explain it. You guys, stand your ground, Drew. Stand your ground. That's why you got bullied by a cop in Mississippi. You're a pushover.
Dude, that was the worst. He also took my ID and he was like, this is a fake ID. He's like, why is it flimsy? I was like, I don't know. They don't use like hard lamination anymore like they do in Mississippi. Like, I don't.
Yeah, we're old school down here.
Like the guy was like, why does it bend? And I was like, I don't know.
Because you're moving it really hard, dude. Relax.
The dude was convinced my ID was fake. And then he stole my social security card from my wallet.
He stole it?
Well, I didn't. He like took my wallet out of my pocket without me. But I wasn't gonna be like, fuck you. Like I was like, don't hurt me. I was just like
You get the knee on the back.
Yeah, nah, dude,
Yeah, you were the first person to put a Punisher sticker on their card so the cops wouldn't pick on you. Dude, it's rough down here in Mississippi. I don't know.
Dude, those cops were fun though. They're very racist.
Yeah.
How did they let you go though?
What's that?
How did they let you go?
They followed him out of town really slow.
My boss came and picked me up right there on the side of the road and like told them that I would stop selling security in that neighborhood. That was it. It's
kind of embarrassing. He's like, call your mom to get you out of
here.
Like
the worst anticlimactic ending to that story. I thought the cop was like gonna be like.
Well, and the thing is, like
they took you to jail or something.
To do like those type of sales jobs, like door to door, you have to have like a state license.
Yeah.
But technically, almost every county puts into their books that you need a license from the county as well, even though it's like not enforced. So if like a cop is pissed off at you and you're doing door-to-door sales, he can almost every time arrest you if he wants to. Yeah. Just because technically in that county you didn't get the county license. And they know that you didn't because nobody gets the county license. They don't know about it.
Yeah, I scammed at one of those door-to-door sell places. I was looking for a job. And they were doing like a online training because of all the COVID stuff. And like, oh, we'll pay you for training. It's like, oh yeah, I'll do this for a couple hours a day, get paid for that while I'm looking for an actual job. And they gave me the job, and I was like, oh, sorry, I got another gig, sorry.
Dude.
Yeah, $300. I made $300 off of them.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the most. How long did you work there? An hour?
No. I did like a week's worth of training.
A week. All right.
Yeah.
So what's the worst thing you've ever done, like on the job?
Like, back when I worked for the county, I got hired on full time and I got to be the mowers. I would take the tractor with the mower and mow my grandparents' driveway because they had a really long driveway with like trees hanging over. And on like because I mowed the side road they lived on, so I just take it down their driveway and clean up their yard with it.
That's not.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Listen, I'm still in tax dollars.
Dude, who cares?
Yeah, I've jerked off.
You've jerked off?
I work from home, so.
Dude, that's the answer I've heard more than any other one. Is Karan's.
Yeah, I never jerked because I was always like out in public, like doing stuff. I was never like by myself for a job. So
well, dude, I've always like I was like super like religious on like I'm gonna go to hell and get fired. Like nah.
Yeah.
That's your worry. It's like hell.
I've like taken time to sleep on jobs.
Yeah,
I've slept on jobs in the office at my desk.
Yeah, I had a work at home job, and like the first like half an hour of your shift, you're supposed to like just check your emails and like follow up on things you had to do from the day before. And so like the first half an hour, I would just go back to bed and just take a nap.
Yeah, you check your emails the night of. Like, we're good.
Dude, I slept in front of my manager once. Like, this was the job in India.
Oh, yeah?
Shitty one.
The coding?
Yeah, I just slept. I was like, fuck it. Because I'd, like, already handed in my notice. I don't care about this job anymore. So I just slept at my desk. And, like, I woke up in the evening and no one said anything. They're like, all right, see ya.
Yeah, that's the best when you turn in your 2 weeks notice and you, like, already know you have another job waiting for you.
Yeah.
I'm bulletproof. I don't give a shit about this place. It's like, I'm taking a break now.
Yeah.
They can't say anything to you.
I mean, to be honest, the job sucked. They didn't have anything for me to do towards the end. So, fuck it.
Dude,
not even like YouTube. If you had YouTube, I wouldn't have slept. I would have stayed awake.
It's not the worst job, but it's up there. I did customer support for Comcast, and that was rough because like no one's ever happy with Comcast.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like
people are only calling you when they have problems.
You have better internet.
And I was I was like level 2 like support. So people would only bring customers onto the phone for me after the first person struck out.
Ooh, yeah.
That's horrible.
And so like
now they're even more pissed off.
They're already pissed off. The first person couldn't fix their problem, and then they don't believe I'm gonna fix their problem. Also, usually the first person was like outsourced. like to Honduras or like we had Honduras and the Philippines.
Yeah.
And it was rough. Like, I'd listen to their phone calls sometimes. I was like, yeah, I kind of understand. Like, they would get these people from, like, Honduras. I'm like, dude, they don't speak English at all. Like, there's, like, nothing at all.
How do Hondurans rank in the attractive scale? Are they better than Guatemalans or worse?
They're all the same. If you look at the map, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, they're all just right bunched up together. And those three countries together is like the same size as Utah. So like there's not like really cultural differences between those countries. They're like exactly the same.
Say that to a Guatemalan and see what happens.
I know. Dude, they give me so much shit if I said that.
They'd kill you in 2 seconds if they wanted. From their
they would not like that.
That's what pisses off the
guy.
Well, the thing
That's what pisses off the guy in the sky. Like, what you say about Guatemala?
He's still in jail watching on the monitor. Like,
dude,
what?
Every country in Central America, they think the country next to them is dirtier and poorer. So, like, Guatemalans think Honduranians are dirty and poor, and Honduranians think Guatemalans are dirty and poor.
That's every country.
Yeah, the more south you go, the worse it is.
Well, the place where they actually believe it, though, is, like, in Mexico. They think everyone south of them is really dirty and poor. Because, like, I was on the Mexican border between Guatemala and Mexico. Dude, they got, like, serious security on the Mexican border. They're, like, dead. Like, they're hell-bent on keeping Guatemalans out. It's so funny.
They already built
it's
the
so
wall.
funny.
The Mexicans are worried about the Guatemalans taking their jobs in America.
Yeah. Dude, there's waving Mexican flags like in South Park. They're taking their jobs.
Like, we can't fund the wall near America because we already put all our money in the Guatemala wall.
Yeah, sorry, Trump. We can't afford a second wall.
We can't afford this.
Yeah, no, that's the selling point Mexico should do. Like, hey, America, we're helping you. If you think we're bad, like,
Dirty. What do they call Guatemalans? What's their slur for them?
Guacos? I don't know.
Guacamoles.
Guacamole.
I don't know.
Guatemoles.
Yeah, I know guacamole on my dish, you know what I mean?
I don't know if there's a slur. They call them chapines, is what they call Guatemalans, but it's almost like it doesn't translate to anything. It just means Guatemalan. Like, but it's almost like a point of pride. Like, Guatemalans will like put bumper stickers on their car.
Oh, so they're taking back
they took back the word, and they'll say I am Chapin, and like so they're proud of that word.
And they can never get into Mexico because of it.
Like, every country in Latin America has a weird word to describe those people that like doesn't make sense. Because like the actual Spanish word for Guatemalans is Guatemaltecos, and like for people from Honduras is Hondureños. But people from Honduras, they're called catrachos, and people from Guatemala are called chapines. And then people from Costa Rica, they're called ticos. Like, it makes no sense.
Tico de gallo.
That's crazy. You went to Central America to convert people, and they just converted you into a racist.
What do you mean converted?
Well, he got upgraded.
Dude, it was
upgraded. That's
a bummer how many people I met that lived here for like many years and got deported. Like, it was 50% of the people I met in Guatemala had once lived in the United States at some point in their life.
Right. Oh yeah, my uncle owns a sawmill, and we had like some work from Mexican workers. These Suburbans roll up one day on the log yard. They get a guy. His name was Angel. 2 weeks later, he shows back up. He's like, Jesus now, guys. What's up?
Dude, yeah, no, it
he just has a new hairstyle.
It definitely changed the way I thought about like immigration. Cause like before, we've
got to lock up the border, dude.
Oh, dude,
we're letting too many people in.
Dude,
50% of people I know have been to America.
Dude, me in 2012 would have said that. In 2012, absolutely.
Instead of Republican convention.
Now you just think it, right?
Just has a fact sheet with stats.
Dude, you do kind of look like an off-brand Trump.
Nah, dude. My parents were like concerned when I came back from Guatemala because I was like, I don't know, maybe we should like adopt like an open border policy. And my parents were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And that's when they kicked you out of the church.
No, it was a bummer. This one dude I knew in Guatemala, he applied for residency. He applied for a visa, a work visa in Canada. So not even in the U.S., in Canada. He had a job lined up. He got hired. And so he was going to work in Canada. And he got his letter back from the Canadian government, whether he was like good or not. But it was in English. He didn't speak English. So he had me come to his house to translate the letter. And they rejected him. And so I had to read the letter and translate it for him.
Oh, no.
What if you just lied to him?
Dude, go to Canada.
You gotta accept it. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Just jump the wall.
Dude, you're gonna love the maple syrup, the poutine. Try that, dude. You know, it's also crazy.
And the whole time he's just there. He's like, oh, I'm a legal immigrant.
You know, another weird translation from English to Spanish that really fucked over people was once. Once is Spanish for 11.
Yeah.
People would come here and get medication, and it says take once a day.
Oh no!
And if
I didn't even
once
think of
and
that.
once are spelled
they're spelled the same.
So people were OD. They were taking 11 pills a
What?
day.
I've never even
People
thought
were
about that.
ODing. Yeah.
There's no way that's real.
That's real. Look it up.
There's no way.
What if you took like 11
Dude, that sounds
Viagra
like
pills?
that sounds vaguely racist because it's like, dude, these idiots are taking 11
No,
pills.
that's true. It's facts, dude.
11 blue chews.
His dick just explodes.
Like they assume the whole thing's in English, but the one part that matches is Spanish.
it's
Where
just
they're
like-
like,
They just see something they know, like, oh, 11, so I'll take 11 of these then.
Yeah, that's gotta.
Because it's like, they don't want to, like, ask
But
somebody.
is that on the
Yeah.
doctor though? Because the doctor.
Yes, it's
knows-
100% on the doctor.
Because the doctor doesn't. He knows they don't speak English.
dude. So I think I told you guys this, but
Oh, we know.
because I don't have health insurance,
Yeah, who
and so
does?
I went to a free clinic when I had my heart thing, and it was a free volunteer clinic where the doctors like volunteer their time, and there's like volunteer nurses. And I walked in, and I realized immediately that it was code for Mexican clinics. I was the only white dude there. And the nurse brings me back into the exam room, and I'm sitting there waiting for the doctor, and the doctor walks in and looks at me, and he's like, do you have a patient with you?
all the Mexican patients are just upset at you. They're like, oh, he's stealing our doctor. He's stealing our healthcare, dude.
Dude, it was so funny
That's
because
our
I was like, dude, I am the patient, and the doctor was like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, he's like, you look like a volunteer, and he said that verbatim.
That's tough.
Yeah, so that was fun.
So you get that all cleared up, though?
Yeah. I just like, apparently I hurt myself working out, and like, so.
That's
Alright, I believe the crack ripped working out. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah.
So
I got a stomach infection from eating salads. Yeah.
apparently,
I ate too much lettuce.
So-
that's
it
what.
hurt me.
That's what.
So I've
killed
lost
me.
20 pounds since the start of the year. And apparently, if you are a fat fuck and you don't work out for a long time, and then you go back to the gym and you overexert yourself, you can like cause inflammation in the cartilage in your chest. And so I did I went too hard on a chest workout.
What do you do though?
I was just doing like,
He was lifting the bar a couple times.
dude, dude, it wasn't.
You're just opening the door.
It's like, "Ooh."
It was like what would have been like a very light workout when I was in shape, but it was it was
He's
too
doing
much.
Pilates.
So
When
no,
was that? 10 years ago?
nah, dude, I was when I came back from Guatemala, I weighed 160 pounds, and that was 2014. So
10 years ago.
Nailed it. You nailed
Dude,
it.
that's
9 years
nailed it.
ago.
damn. No, and then I was in shape like in 2018. I weighed like 190, but then I got really fat.
Yeah, I've been consistently fat my whole life. I lived the life.
No, dude,
I
I went through a transformation. I went from being like super skinny to being like really jacked, and then I went from being like super jacked to getting really fat. So I lived all the lives.
I've seen it all.
I've seen it all. Being fat's definitely the worst. Dude, when you go from being jacked to like getting fat, it's the worst. Cause like you remember how it felt not being fat.
Is that why you have no charisma? Because you were skinny your whole life and now you're fat? You like, I had to work.
Also,
Never had to develop a personality.
Yeah.
Also,
had to
I
work.
started stand-up.
That's why I sound like this.
I started
I've just been
stand-up.
consistently underweight my whole life.
I started stand-up being, like, really, like, in shape.
Yeah.
But I sucked. But everyone sucks when they start. But, like, I got fat, and I've gotten better at stand-up. So, like, I've told my wife that, like, if I lose weight, I might suck at stand-up again.
Yeah, you're not low energy, Karan. You're just malnourished. For 25 cents a day, you can get Karan to a healthy weight.
Start a GoFundMe page. You're one of those ads on CNN.
Dude, if you just want to lay on the ground, I'll walk up to the camera.
I just have a house fly on my upper lip.
Yes.
My skin is ashy because I haven't put lotion on it.
A little too far. We went a little too far with the bit.
Alright.
So have you guys ever stolen...
It is ashy when I get out of the shower. You guys don't have this problem.
I get ashy, bro.
The fuck
Look at that. Look at that. That's ash.
But
That's
you can't
ash.
see it. With me, you can see it. If I don't put lotion, you'll know, this fucking dirty, ashy piece of
dude,
shit.
Listen, Drew thinks that anyway of you, so you're fine.
Dude, I've never, like, used lotion my whole life.
I'm into jerk off.
No.
I'm a dry jerker, but I do put
Dude,
lotion on my hands. You're not?
I've done both.
You treat yourself?
I do both.
Little special time for Karan?
Yep.
Nah, dude, lotion's gay.
Speak for yourself, dude. What's wrong with being gay?
Nothing, it's cool.
As you look away, as you stare at the Quran on your table, it's cool. Being gay's fine.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we did like a clip last year. We did like a comedy sketch that Amanda and I put together, and we were like doing like the differences between, what was it? We were talking about like ISIS, did like a newsreel thing, ISIS, and then just like Amanda photoshopped in the background. She didn't tell me when she edited it, but she just did a bunch of like pictures of people throwing gay people off of roofs in like Egypt.
Christ, dude.
That's wild.
Oh, dude, it was really funny.
She was very Catholic. That's crazy.
She filmed them herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
They're just like executions that take place in her hometown.
Dude, Islam has its merits. It's
Yeah, instead of like a noise machine, that's what they play to go to sleep in their bedroom.
So, let's dive into the questions here. First
You
thing.
asked like 5 questions.
No, I know I have, but these are the ones.
He can't handle the Riffmaster Reddit.
Dude, these are the fireable questions.
How many Jews have you killed?
What's the best reason someone could have for banning women in the workplace?
They don't listen. What's up? Like legit reason?
Yeah.
Sexual tension, brother. Sexual tension. It's a thing. Like you fucking a guy is like competitive with each other over a lady. He's like, no, she's my work wife.
Oh, dude.
Work wives and husbands are the thing that should end a marriage.
That happened.
It's the worst thing.
Dude, there was this chick when I worked at Comcast that like every dude was trying to bang.
Yeah.
And there was like real like I'm pretty sure like 2 dudes got in a fight in a parking lot over it. Like it was nuts.
It's because guys are dumb. We're just dumb lizard brain idiots. We can't handle it.
I saw her for what she was. That was a filthy whore.
Just a very nice fuckable bitch. That's what I saw.
She's a sweet lady. You guys should stop talking about Kathleen like that. I
Do you
love
want
her.
to fight in the parking lot?
Dude, I'll kill you. I'll kill you right now. I'll kill you right
Take your
now.
fucking shirt off.
We're on camera.
She got engaged to like 2 different dudes while I was at Comcast. Like 2 different dudes that worked there.
At the same time?
Different times.
That'd been wild.
But like,
It's been wild.
like 2 or 3 months apart.
Hey, love is love, dude.
Yeah.
Relax.
So what do you say? Why should we ban bitches from the workplace?
Because they're women? I don't know, dude. I've never had sexual tension.
You've never had sexual anything with anyone, it feels like. You pay the girl that comes over and likes with you now.
Have you seen the men I work with, dude?
Yeah.
The Jack, dude.
The tall drink of water.
I have a ton of sexual tension with them. I don't know. I've never really had a lot of women on my team, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's It's always like hot HR chicks.
Ooh, the forbidden fruit.
Yeah. And they're the ones that are always like, you've got to behave.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not fun.
yeah.
Yeah, then you just hate them. You don't like...
Yeah.
There's no tension there.
I hate the trainings. They're like, every year you learn fucking sexual harassment. I know this.
Dude.
Why you make me? I know this.
The diversity and inclusion trainings when they're like, hey, it's not okay to call your gay coworker a fag. I'm like, okay, I didn't. They like put that in the training. Like,
really?
Yeah.
They put the word in there.
They put the word in.
Alright. Well,
That's wild.
I mean, if they have to explicitly say that, some shit's going down.
It's happened.
You were the only one in the class. It's like, we had to get a special video for Drew.
But where has that not happened, you know?
Next question, let's go.
Let's go.
Rapid fire.
Alright. Would you rather accidentally leave, like, let's say you have a baby, leave your baby in a hot car, or shake a baby to death?
I would rather shake a baby.
You'd
to death.
accidentally shake a baby, or accidentally, like, this is you're intentionally shaking a baby to death.
Yeah, intentionally shake a baby to death.
Versus accidentally.
I mean, you'll go to jail either way.
I think I'd rather shake a baby to death the way I could feel it. Really get the sensation going.
They should, like, make...
It's
you
like
know how they make, like, realistic, like, baby robot dolls?
Yes.
They should make it the feature so you know what it'd feel like to actually shake it to death.
Baby
So then if you have a
vibrator.
baby that, like, cries too much, then you can grab, like, the doll simulator and just...
It
Yeah,
shocks you.
they have those like anger rooms where you go like crash plates, but for parents they have this baby shaking rooms. It's like
You just get the fake baby robot and you just shake it to death. That way you don't shake your baby to death.
You get a punch card in the 12th visit, you get twins.
But what if you're like like fucking super psycho and you want to see the baby have a slow death? So you put cameras in your car, you let the baby die in the car.
Yeah, that's sadistic.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say shake a baby to death in a hot car. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
That would be nuts.
It's a
That's
double
a
shake
wild...
Baby in a hot car.
Just shake a baby and then leave it in the hot car with the brain damage.
You just attach it to like 10 vibrators.
All right, now this is a little weird. There's like, why have so many vibrators in your baby, Karan? Huh?
So the baby can shake vigorously.
You're setting up a jigsaw type trap to shake a baby to death.
So what would you rather do?
Shake a baby.
Shake a baby?
Just sounds
that
fun.
way you know you
fun.
did it.
I mean, we've all had the intrusive...
Because you don't want to kill
At least
a baby.
the baby has fun that way
Yeah.
initially. Like
Yeah.
the initial stage of the baby is like, oh, he's putting me to sleep. Ah!
My neck. But we've all had that intrusive thought, like when someone hands you their baby.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah.
how
That's
far I
like,
could throw
that's
this
like
baby.
when you see a cute puppy, you're like, I want to choke it to death.
Yeah. It's like, I just want to squeeze you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want of mice and
You
men.
just want to see them pop.
Oh, it's a terrible visual.
Alright.
Edit that in, Amanda.
You ruined it. You ruined it with the pop.
Yeah, I got...
I ruined it.
Why are you trying to pop babies, dude?
Ah.
What is this show?
We're having a fun
Dude,
thing,
this
yeah. Talking about cute babies and choking them. You
Yeah.
gotta ruin it with the pop. Damn
Damn
it,
it.
dude.
I'm going to get fired.
You get fired from a job you don't have.
Dude, I'm going to make this go viral and go...
Oh, we're screwed, Karan.
Oh, shit.
I can't make anything go viral, so we're fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make the clips with Colin go viral, dude.
Yeah,
You think you're gonna use... We don't have viral faces.
Dude,
We don't have viral personalities.
Clips. Yeah, I mean, the clips with Colin, I think the highest one was like 10,000, so it's not even...
Still good.
I don't know, that's still for...
Yeah. I mean,
Listen,
once
still
you
pretty-
could
Hey,
be
I think-
lucky to break
Listen,
1K. with
no.
that.
These clips are gonna go big. I've had 5 sex robots on Instagram follow me today.
Oh, there you go.
I'm killing it. Amanda XYZYY9 has followed you.
That's the worst, like, when
Alright,
you
let's
see
stop
a
making
random...
fake accounts. accounts.
A
Listen, I
random
need the
fake,
followers. Keep doing
a
it.
random fake account likes your story. That's the big one.
I love it. Give me that. Put me in the algorithm. I don't care.
Well, babies. This is a smooth transition, but what's your favorite racial slur?
I mean, honestly, in the world, kraut. Calling Germans krauts.
Crowd.
It hits good. You can
Do you
still
think
say
it hurts
it.
their
Yeah,
feelings?
it's acceptable.
You can still say it's the best one. It's like we're gonna kill those dirty krauts.
Dude,
I'm sorry, I just love America.
I say this every time. My
Oh,
favorite.
you just like humanity.
Nah,
My
fuck
favorite-
those krauts.
My favorite's Italian ones.
Yeah,
Fredo.
Fredo,
Fredo's a good one. I like
Guido,
Guido.
Dago, Guinea, Ginzo.
Yes,
They're all fun.
and you
Like,
can say
They're fun sounding names too.
They
Not
sound
like,
fun.
Like other ones, they have too much
But
stank on them.
At the same time, I don't think I want Ginzos in my neighborhood.
you live in a 1-star apartment. You have Genzos in your neighborhood.
Dude, no. Not on this side of the country.
Honestly, this is against my people, but I love curry mancha.
Very much.
Curry mancha is because curry is delicious.
That
It's
sounds like
I'm like, what? That's supposed to be a slur. I thought you're supposed to be crazy. You're supposed to hurt my feelings.
That just sounds
I
like
love
this.
That
My-
sounds like the Indian version of Cookie Monster from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Dude,
Curry Monster.
My favorite is when people call Indians Pakis.
Oh, that pisses me off.
Listen,
How
go
dare you, club?
It's
free
like-
Pakistan.
You got the wrong one.
But
But
I
Indians-
don't know why it pisses off Pakistani. You are Pakis.
Yeah, he hates Pakistani people, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Indians hate Pakistanis. Pakistanis hate Indians. That's why it's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
he
'cause
calls
you're doing double racism.
Yeah.
yeah, but Pakis, like Pakistanis, they're not supposed to be upset, but that's just, you are. That's
They are
literally- You are Pakis.
They are dirty, filthy Pakis.
Maybe it's the stink with which people say. That's the thing.
It's all how you say it.
It's how
Yeah.
you say it.
Is it the Louis C.K. bit, right?
Yeah.
It's how you say
How
Jew.
How you say Jew?
It's
Yeah.
like, look at that Jewish guy. Or like, look at that Jew.
Dude, my favorite him talking about Jews was he talked about Schindler's List. Did you hear that bit?
Ah, that's
a
amazing.
great
yes.
bit where he talks about how they auditioned for like the little girl who's yelling
Little
goodbye
girl.
Jews.
And the act outs of them auditioning.
That's such a genius
Ah,
bit.
dude. Somewhere there's like a tape of 50 girls auditioning.
Just yelling
You know what?
goodbye Jews.
The only
into
thing
the camera.
about that whole bit that's kind of throws you off is like that he gets the timeline wrong, which is like, I know I'm being super specific here, but he says they go from the Schindler's List, the Goodbye Jews, the Hannah Montana audition to the Goodbye Jews audition.
Oh yeah,
It's different timelines.
yeah. That's a
Which I'm being.
You shouldn't put facts in jokes.
Yeah.
But I would love to see him trying that joke for the first time.
oh it probably bombed.
Oh,
Right.
you
So-
guarantee it
Ape
bombed.
shit.
That's a joke that bombed.
But the thing about that joke is he probably thought of the punchline, like the idea,
Yeah.
like the tape and the 50 girls auditioning. So I'd probably kill the first time too, because once he gets to because that's the funny part.
Yeah, man, I don't know, but he always talks about like how he like when he first trying a joke, he's like, guys, I'm sorry, but we
Yeah.
got to get through this. I don't want to be saying this either, but I have to.
Yeah, but that joke, I think the way he says it, he probably thought he made that observation first.
yeah,
Of
for
the,
sure.
Of the girls auditioning, because that's how he starts the whole bit, is with the girl saying goodbye Jews. Then he plays out the whole someone takes it to Spielberg, and
Yeah.
so maybe that stuff was bombing, but the actual audition
The idea,
thing
yeah.
worked.
Those are,
Probably.
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great.
Because you have to have like a
great bit.
nugget of good before if you want to carry on
Yeah.
the joke.
I think about that bit like once a week. It's so funny.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just in my head like goodbye Jews.
Just a little girl saying goodbye to Jews. Yeah, that makes sense.
That, and even Sincerely was actually a really good album. Like,
Yes.
like special.
It won an Emmy, didn't it, or
Like,
whatever the thing is?
But
Yeah.
people shit on it because it was like right after he came back.
Was that? I thought Sorry was the one.
No, sorry,
No,
it was the second one. Sincerely,
Dude,
was the first.
Sincerely was really
But
good.
he has another bit from that where he's talking about like small towns. And he like goes into like a shop and there's just some lady in there. The way he explains it, it's really nice.
Yeah, he's
And
And
very
also like when he goes into the sushi restaurant and he has this Japanese lady come, she's like, "You know Finnish?"
Dude, my favorite Louis bit probably is though from Sorry, and he talks about a wheelchair. He saw a wheelchair in the window of like a pharmacy,
that's
and
good.
he's like,
That's
"I don't think
good.
that's an impulse purchase." He's like, "There's someone who just sees that and is like, that would help with my paralysis." He's like, "I've just been dragging myself for the last 10 years, ever since I lost my legs in the marathon."
Everyone's like, "Oh,
Oh, that's such a good joke.
oh, not those."
Oh,
Just
you
those other assholes just had a childhood disease.
Yeah, he's the best.
It's David Tell than Louis for me.
Yeah.
I think David Tell's is the best joke writer. Louis is a great storyteller.
I would say Dave Attell just doesn't put a lot of his content out there, so it's really hard to compare. Like, I saw Dave Attell live at Spokane Comedy Club, and it was magical. He was so good. He was a magician. And, yeah, it was, like, crazy good, but, like, he doesn't have, like, a lot of specials out there. So it's hard to, like, where Louis is just pumping them out. So, like,
Yeah,
you can sit at home and watch Louis and see how good he is. I can't look up Dave Attell and see what he's doing right now.
I don't know
That's
if you
the
fellows
miracle
have
of
heard of this man called Jerry Seinfeld. He's a genius. The man made $1 billion of just writing 1 hour.
Yeah, he's the best.
He milked it.
He's the best '80s comic of all time. I'll give you that.
He milked. He knows how to
he's
milk
like
a joke.
my favorite. You know who Brian Holtzman is?
No.
He's like a comedy store legend who like he only goes up at like 1
I
in the.
was kidding about Seinfeld. You guys looked at me like I was being serious.
Oh, dude, I was like, well, I mean, you did post on Instagram that Brian Regan's your comedy hero, so.
I love Regan. How dare you
Regan,
compare?
first of all-
Fuck you.
If you don't
You
think
just
Regan is
fucking-
funny, you're an idiot.
I do think
Did you
Regan's
just-
funny,
Did you fucking?
but I want to say
compare-
he's my hero.
Are you fucking kidding me? Do you
He's
just
really
compare-
good.
Do you just compare Regan, fucking Seinfeld, dude?
Yeah, Regan's top
Get
five.
the
Regan's
fuck
top
outta
five.
here.
Dude,
You don't
also,
think
I
Regan
knew
is
the second I was gonna leave Wise Guys, he was gonna.
Dude, Regan is one of the best.
One of the
if
best.
you don't think he's funny, you have horrible taste in comedy. Like, I'm sorry, there's some comics that you just cannot not like.
I
It's
love
undeniable.
Regan.
Like,
I love Regan.
Yeah. Like, I've heard people say Regan's not funny.
He's not-
You just suck.
No,
You
Yes.
suck.
no. If you don't think Regan's funny, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But he's not in my top 5.
Who's your top five?
Dude, I don't know.
Cosby.
Cosby,
Chris D'Elia.
D'Elia.
Chris D'Elia,
Cat Williams when he brought that gun to the airport.
Louis C.K. I hated it. No, I don't know what my top 5 is. I'd have to think.
Name one.
Who would you put? Who are 4 people you put above Regan besides Attell and
So-
Louis C.K.?
Right now,
Anyone.
I think no one's killing harder than Shane Gillis.
Alright.
He's
I think-
good, but
I think right now
don't
he's
have-
killing the hardest.
Yeah,
But he doesn't have the tenure where you'd be like, he's an
even
all-time
Shane
great.
Gillis's best thing is not better than Regan's
what
best.
Regan opens up that improv special with, the ambulance joke, it's so good. It's like, have you
don't-
ever had to call an ambulance for
Oh,
yourself?
yeah.
Hey, I don't feel so good. Could you come get
Can't
me?
believe-
It's gold.
Can't believe you think Regan's not
Dude,
funny.
I do think Regan's funny. I never said he's
Drew
not
has
funny.
bad taste in
Ah.
comedy. That's why he should be
I
fired.
listened.
No, you
I
fucking
listened-
shat on me. You like Regan's your comedy hero, and then you did a U-turn when I shat on you.
Listen, he's just
like,
mad
no,
he-
I think Regan's funny.
I just want to say he's my hero. He
Ah.
is funny.
You're-
Like when I listen to his stuff all the time, like
How do you define hero then?
hero,
Listen, he's just mad because he left right before
hero
Reagan
to me
showed up.
is someone that inspired you to do
if I am
comedy.
talking to like comedy hero, I'm saying like someone who's in my top 3. Is he in your top 3?
He's my top 5.
Is he in your top 3?
Listen,
He's
I
my
think
top 5.
top 5 is
To me,
interchangeable.
hero is anyone.
Okay.
To me, hero is anyone that inspired me to do comedy.
Boom.
I don't think.
That's a
Okay,
hero.
Brian Regan.
And also, you can't top 5. That's such a stupid concept because there's so many incredible.
That means my
comics.
heroes suck because like people who inspired me to do comedy aren't like John Caparillo.
Yes.
I loved him when I was in high school, and like he inspired me to do comedy. But now I'm not like a huge fan of his stuff. If that makes sense.
He lives in Vegas and goes to Wise Guys there all the time.
Yeah.
You could meet him. You could
Yeah,
meet your
I've met him.
Done he
I
run this
I have-
Sunday night special or the roast battle?
He might.
I have met him.
Oh, okay.
I have met him. So
Maybe that's why you met your hero
You met your
and now
hero.
you hate him.
yeah, now he's not my hero. No, he's still funny, but like, he doesn't like. I watch his stuff now. It doesn't do it for me. But like when I was in high school, like I loved him.
Oh yeah, like
kinda
'cause
get
have you
that.
ever went back and watched Daniel Tosh now?
Yeah,
It's weird now.
He's alright. I mean,
He's- it's fine.
good.
Still funny.
Yeah, his specials are still
He's
good.
still funny, but it's like it's different though. It's like
Yes.
these are very. It's like how Jerry Seinfeld's very 80s.
Sure.
Daniel Tosh is very early 2000s.
Sure.
yeah,
Like Eddie Murphy, his comedy hasn't.
dude, it doesn't.
His specials haven't aged. Like I still like them, but
So good.
19
the
and
jokes
22.
would never work now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
He just says
just-
says fag just 6 times for 6
It
minutes
just
straight.
hasn't aged well.
I think it's aged perfectly. That's
What if he does come back and just eat shit?
He will, because you can't be that rich and be funny.
when you can't,
And he keeps saying he'll be
and you
back.
can't
He's
not do it for that long and be funny. Like you know who would suck now if he came back is Steve Martin,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
was top of the world for like a 4-year period in history
Yeah.
from like 1978 to 1982. He was number 1 in the world.
I think Steve Martin's funny, but he's the anti-comedy.
I
Yeah.
didn't like his I watched his stuff and I don't like it at all.
It's
But
very
I can't
like,
deny what he did and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that no one sold tickets like he was at that time.
Yeah. You ever read his book?
Yeah, it's Born
good.
Standing Up.
Yep.
It was good.
pretty
Yeah.
But what about someone like someone that sucked initially? Like you didn't like them initially. No, I'm asking the wrong.
Oh,
I'm
Joe
like,
List.
Really? You didn't like Joe List initially?
Initially, I did not like Joe List. I love Joe List now.
that's not bad.
Like it
Gonna
just
name
took
names,
it
yeah.
just took a second for him to like.
I'm not gonna name names here, but there's some comics that don't like List. And
Yeah,
fuck.
Colin is an idiot.
All right. You
Colin-
named the name. Fuck you, Colin.
Yeah,
you piece
Colin.
Of shit. Get some
Speaking of Colin, Cheyenne Jackson, his girlfriend doesn't like Brian Regan. You're dumb.
Yeah, you two deserve each other. Eat shit.
I'm gonna clip that up and send that to them.
Get
That'd
some.
be fun.
That's why you two like each other. You have no taste.
No taste. Go crochet and hunt pedophiles. Like weirdos.
List and Regan Roth.
All right. So, if you guys had a time machine, would you or would you not use it to kill baby Hitler?
I'd kill adult Hitler, dude.
Adult Hitler?
Why wait? Why kill the baby? Kill the adult. Let him live through the experience, and just before he kills the Jews, that's when you get him. Like right after his fucking failed artist dream, and like just before he goes all ape shit. That's when you kill him.
See, I go back, kill baby Hitler, but I shake him to death. Going back to your first question. Tying it all in.
Oh, you bring him back and.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, there was a guy that could have killed
But can
Hitler.
you come back though? Can you come back with Hitler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take him to the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
But you'd fuck up
Yeah,
the timeline.
I-
Yeah, America wouldn't be a power.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it.
Like Churchill fucking.
Yeah, nothing would be
No.
the same.
Yeah. But Churchill wouldn't get the credit that he got, so that's good for India. India would be the powerhouse. Yeah, I like this stuff.
I'm not killing Hitler.
I'm killing him. I'm stealing your
Wait,
idea.
dude, was Churchill a piece of shit with
Oh,
India?
scumbag.
Dude, I have no idea about any of that.
Every British guy's a piece of shit to India.
But Churchill was an absolute scumbag,
Really?
but they're like, oh, he's the greatest Briton ever because he won them the war. But he's a piece of shit.
No, dude, I imagine he had the
else.
same attitude with the Nazis as he did with Indians. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, all of British history, their history museum is just stuff they stole from India.
Yeah. Not just India, like other colonies.
dude,
too.
everywhere. Like,
Yeah,
Mainly
Africa,
India.
mostly India.
dude, the British Empire was
We're the
impressive.
best. We have the most stuff. We had the most stuff, but alright.
Not anymore,
It
kid.
makes me sad. Alright. End the podcast. I'm gonna cry.
Dude, the British Empire was impressive.
Well, that's impressive.
It was.
Well, give them that.
The sun never
Because
set.
they
Yeah.
literally, East India Company, like started in like a small office.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a small office in London, and they ran the whole country from there. Like most of India, like they were running most of their businesses from that small office, and then the British government was like, whoa, what are you doing there? We want in. And that's how it fucking blew up.
Is that how outsourcing got started in India? They saw how well it could be done. They're like, oh, we got this, guys.
So Churchill's cool. That's
Dope.
he's dope. Also, he beat his wife, so that's cool.
Nice.
That's surprising.
Yeah, Hitler
We'll
was.
press them on the beaches. We'll press them.
Hitler was a vegan and like was nice to his lady, so there's that.
Yeah, but he's still the worst.
No, he was the worst.
One of the greatest clips of all time is him at the Olympics, high on meth.
Was
Have you seen that?
No.
Oh yeah,
Who else
he's
were
geeking
vegans?
out, just shaking.
Who else were vegetarians? Indians.
Really?
Yeah,
So
fuck
Indians
India.
and Nazis. Maybe that's why he
Indians
hated
and
us.
Nazis.
That's why he took the
Churchill-
swastika from you.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's all making sense. That's why Churchill hated the Nazis. He just hated India. He's scumbag. He didn't care about
Good
the
guy.
Jews.
There could be a bit there. There could
Good
be.
guy. Good
It's a
guy.
bit.
There could be.
Cut that.
I don't know if there is, but there could be.
Yeah, it could be, I guess. A bit
No,
unwrong when
one
it
of,
comes out of my mouth.
One of my favorite jokes about like killing baby Hitler, there's this local, he's like a regional headliner in Spokane, kind of, I'd say like same level as like Pete Jr. here.
Okay.
And he did a bit about, he's a black dude, and he did a bit about people saying if you had a time machine you could kill baby Hitler. He's like, only white guys have that conversation. He's like, because killing baby Hitler is not a black man's mission. He's like, he's like, the second a baby goes missing in Austria in 1890 something, they're gonna be like, maybe it was that black guy. It was, like, it was such a good bit.
It's so good.
And I'm butchering it compared to the way he does it, but like just the premise is so gold.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
All right.
That's probably his closer for a while, I'm assuming.
The closing bit.
Yeah.
I hope it is. Last question here. If you had to wipe one country off the map with a nuke,
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Get the fuck. Actually, no. Wipe them out. Make it India again. Make Pakistan India again.
There we go.
Had to wipe one country off the map. Ooh, it's tough. There's a lot of good candidates.
Yeah. And it can't be one that's been picked on this podcast before. So if you pick one that's been picked, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'm eventually gonna. I keep saying this, but
You're gonna make a
I'm
map?
gonna get a map and we're just gonna cross them off.
Karan hasn't been mean to me today, so I'm not going to say India.
India's already been gone. That was
Really?
like second episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Who said that? Which piece of shit said India?
It was
I wanna know.
Winston Churchill.
Who said this?
Quinn Johnson.
Who's Quinn Johnson? I know him. Fuck you, Quinn.
He just Googled on his phone what country has the most pedophiles per capita. India came up there. So it was a tie.
Who's conducting that survey? Who's fucking...
Dude,
knows?
Winston Churchill.
Who's fucking counting pedophiles per capita?
Anyone who rides a bus in India. That's it.
Who's fucking counting pedophiles?
That'd be a fun job.
You know what?
Is that what Colin's doing?
Get rid of France. I'm getting rid of France. They've been too cocky
France?
for too long.
Yeah.
Okay.
They fought us in World War
And
II.
they have bad food too.
Bad food.
Dude, their
Overrated
food sucks.
They fought us in World War II for a minute. They lost to Germany. Fuck France.
They colonized India too.
They did.
So fuck France.
They got us.
They didn't do as good as England
Yeah.
did.
No,
but
they suck. They suck at everything.
They got us into Vietnam.
They also,
They
the
sucked.
French colonized Vietnam.
Yeah.
And then they screwed that up.
I would almost say Vietnam to make up for America's one loss, but the France.
Their one loss.
Our one. We're got a good track record, all right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll fuck shit up.
Obama will bomb your wedding. Bad. Nah, but France, fuck those guys.
Yeah. The Taliban beat you.
No, we helped them. We left. We left.
Well,
Yeah, you left, but they beat you.
They didn't beat
They
us.
still won.
We
No
ruined their
they still
country.
won.
We
No
won.
one-
We won. We ruined their country.
Yeah,
We're
they
like,
still won.
oh, we can't fuck. It's like renting a
just
hotel
didn't-
room.
The
we
last laugh.
if we wanted to,
Oh,
throw,
them crashing Black Hawk? We're still laughing.
if we wanted to throw money at it, we still could.
Wait, was that a real story? The Black Hawk Down movie? Is that a real thing that
Dude,
happened?
that happened in Somalia though.
That actually happened.
Yeah, in Somalia.
Great movie, love.
I mean,
Good
it's because
movie.
we literally have troops in like every country in the world.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Don't
that's
fuck
how you
with
stay
America.
powerful. That's how. the
yeah,
British
America.
Empire was.
America has like the American Empire is smart because instead of just like the British were like, you are now part of England. We just put troops in other countries and we're like, you have your sovereignty. but
Yeah, that
we're here.
How come no one says the term American Empire? No one uses it.
Yeah,
Because we're not. We don't own anybody. We just.
we technically don't.
We're just like, hey.
Even
you
though
need
like
to calm down. You gotta calm down.
even though like 70% of the countries on Earth are backed by the CIA, but like it's
Like,
not.
I wonder, like post World War, I feel like soft power that became a big.
Yeah.
Before that, it was just like you had to.
Yeah, you just had to.
invade and
Well, I think what America has learned, it's a lot easier if these other countries think they have power.
Uh-huh.
But like I said, I was in Guatemala. As soon as the people didn't approve of the CIA dictator, there was a genocide in Guatemala and they killed 500,000 people.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like the CIA, like if you take
And it was
down
after
And that's why they sent you.
No, that was before or after you left.
this was in the 80s.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude. It was wild. Reagan operated it. He like killed 500,000 Guatemalans.
Was this the same time as the war on drugs? Is that?
Yeah, dude.
I
Same
know.
time as the war on drugs.
Yeah, that's what they said was it's the war on drugs, but really it was just.
But
genocide.
Oh,
all
we're
they
gonna search for
all they had to do
WMDs.
all they had to do is the people like in Guatemala they voted out the CIA dictator, and then the new guy they backed up. The U.S. government was like, those are communist, and so
We gotta
and
get
then
those
they killed them
commies.
all.
I like how they could just say the word commie and use that.
Also,
as a-
commie is also a great slur. Going back
Commie
to your-
is-
Yeah.
calling anyone a commie is the best. I love it.
Dude, Pinko commie, that's the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta throw Pinko.
Never heard Pinko commie.
I don't even know what it means.
Me either, but
But I've heard.
But I just
If
like
you call someone a
commie.
Pinko. No, dude. Yeah, dude. That was a word I loved as a kid. I listened to Rush Limbaugh when I was in middle school.
honestly, that's the most sense you've ever made in your life. Color me not shocked.
Dude, when I was in middle school, I was like, Rush Limbaugh and Clint Beck, they're pretty sick. All right. Well, thanks for doing this.
Done.
This was fun.
It was fun.
It was
Yeah.
fun. Was this your best episode so far?
I think so. We'll see.
We're a hit.
All right.
All right.
Eat shit, Colin.
Suck it.
And Quinn.
Fuck you,
dude.
Quinn.
How dare you say that?
You heard me a really deep talk with Sean Patton. Fuck you.
You're fired.